This is Kenny. Kenny is my friend, my former roommate, and the editor of this channel. And honestly, he's one of the main reasons I even started making content in the first place. He's also a platinum player who has one life goal of hitting diamond in Overwatch. Like everybody else, he's always complaining that he could carry as long as he had a team that could help support him. So I entered this game with one goal in mind. How can I protect the true carry of this team? This game became a great example of how you can play with teammates who make significant positioning mistakes, but you can use it to your advantage. It's also a showcase of how a top 500 player who never really plays tank can get carried by his friend. Now, I don't really ever play tank, so this is on the account I play on, like in Grandmaster for DPS. But because I'm doing my placements, this is actually a lower ranked game. It's going to be like a Diamond Platinum game. So you're going to see how I play tank with Diamond and Platinum players, especially my true carry, Kenny. Okay? I want you to keep in mind every single time I bubble myself versus I bubble my teammates in this game, right? So I come in, I rotate around, and I get a lot of value for bubbling my teammates. And we're able to get the kill on Lucio. Remember, like, it doesn't really matter that I did this big rotate because the point still hasn't actually flipped yet. It's only flipping just now. And because we're able to kill on Lucio, it makes it a lot easier to clean up the rest of the team. And we're able to just eventually walk into the point and take it, okay? Pretty easy first point. Alright, so as we cap the point, remember, I'm really big on pre-fight setups, okay? Remember, we own the point. The only way the enemy team is going to cap the point is if they stand on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start walking forward. Now, I see that Ana here, okay? And I want to show you guys something that predictable players do in this rank, okay? So I don't know why, but Overwatch players like to think that they're like jumping and shooting a three-pointer with their cooldowns. So Ana decides to use her sleep at the top of this range, and it makes it really easy for me to counterplay that and just bubble myself so I don't get slept, right? I don't know why players do that, but you shouldn't ever do that. Don't waste your stuff like that, okay? But anyways, so what happens here is, once again, our true carry and our GOAT Kenny is playing over here, right? Now, Kenny, like the true genius that he is he's not going to actually rotate back to a point like he should from watching my videos, is he's actually going to start rotating backwards the wrong direction right here, right? So Kenny's making a big mistake here. Now, what's happening is that the enemy team is going to start pushing in with speed on Kenny, and since he's playing Baptiste, that's going to make it really hard for him to live, right? He should have already rotated all the way back here really far away from the enemy so that they have to run at me, right? Now, as soon as I recognize this on Zarya, I see that Kenny's under pressure, and I have to bubble our carry. Look at this. He knows what he's doing right now, and we bubble him again, right? He is able to get so much value just by standing in the wrong place. It's crazy what the carry can do. They end up flipping the point, okay? We were kind of just having our own side duel over there where I really had to try to appeal for my teammates, and they flip point, which is fine, right? And once again, I have to bubble my teammate that it gets under pressure from the Tracer, and we're able to kick them out here. But the fight's still not over yet. We're running back to point now to recap it, and I still have to keep staring at Kenny. Like, how many bubbles have I given him already? So he pops Immor, and then I bubble him. A little bit of an overlap, not the best bubble, but I was still able to get a lot of charge here. And now we finally flip the point. So since we flipped the point, what Kenny should do is he should just get all the way out. He should just be gone, right? But what he does is he starts staying here. But remember, I'm the tank. I'm on the point. Like, I can hold down the fort if I have to, okay? So what happens is once Juno goes down, we're still on the point. I'm just holding my bubbles, trying to keep it up. Kenny gets dove on again. I have to bubble him again. And now that I know that they're running at us with all their things, and I'm using the bubble on Kenny, we need to try to get out and rotate. Because remember, it takes a couple seconds to flip, and in that time, I can get a lot of charge, and we can maybe try to retake, right? So I have to end up force dropping here, but Kenny sits in the open, okay? Not the best play, but, I mean, it is what it is, right? And he goes down. I didn't have a bubble for him there again. But I end up rotating, so once I rotate, we're able to clear the point here. But remember, like, just getting that extra charge from my teammates is how we're able to win this fight. You're able to get so much charge by bubbling teammates that are out of position, and you don't even realize it. Zarya is a support hero. All right, so as we start rotating to the second point here, I want you guys to take something out of this, right? I'm talking a lot about bubbling my teammates and stuff. The big takeaway I want you guys to have from this video is looking back at where your team is. There are too many people that just play this game and they never check where their teammates are, and then they complain about their teammates being out of position, okay? I want you guys to watch this point. How many times I look at my own team to make sure that they're either behind me or they're safe or I can bubble them to save them, okay? So once we get caught on the rotate there, give Kenny another bubble, and then I see Lucio. Now I know Lucio had beat, so I know that we can try to solo grab him, right? And I go for it, and we almost get the kill. Nano comes out, and then beat comes out, okay? Now I don't know if this is the best trade to trade 2 support ults plus Juno ult plus Grav. I mean, it is what it is, right? We forced a lot of stuff out, and I have 100 charge backing up, and it gives us a perfect opportunity to reset for next. But there Xion ends up ulting, okay? And this becomes like a really tricky situation of like, do I bubble myself or do I bubble my teammate? And there's a point that happens here that I make a split second decision to do that, right? So what happens is I look over to my right and I see that she ults on my girl over here, but then she comes back to me, and then I choose to bubble myself when she comes back to me, tank all that damage and get the kill on her, right? Now this happened really fast if you missed it, right? As soon as I see her come across, I bubble, and we're able to do that, right? I don't know how much damage that does, but I'm not trying to die to that. So that's like the rare time I bubble myself there. And now, once again, we're going to this point with 100 charge. So a big part about us pushing into this point here is, well, obviously we have to, right? But we know that Baptiste has Immortality Field. And while I like to give Kenny a lot of shit for being bad at this game, Kenny knows how to use his cooldown sometimes, right? So he ends up using his Baptiste thing here, and it's great, right? And I give him an extra bubble just in case he dies, because we need the carry to stay alive. And we end up taking the second point. Alright, so what's going to happen in this point is I'm taking spaces, Zarya, right? Like, I have like 2 bubbles, and they have to shoot me if they want to try to get through me. So you can see I'm already starting to push up, but once I see ball, it becomes a lot more tricky to try to stay up. Now they're on just full dive. If you're playing Zarya into full dive, what's going to happen is you need to use your bubbles on your teammates. You are no longer going to be bubbling yourself like in the game at all. It is all going to go to your teammates, and watch how many team checks we start doing now, okay? As soon as that ball starts going in, I start rotating backwards, okay? I need to know that I need to start helping my team, because they're not going to play around me anymore. They're going to try to play around killing our Baptiste, all right? Especially Kenny, like the carry. So since we own the point, Xion ends up ulting here, and as soon as she ults, you always want to be bubbling your teammates that are ulting to try to help them and support them. And now you're going to see, once again, I'm going to start looking back. You're going to see me look at Kenny a million different times, all right? So I own the point. I'm sitting on the point. Team check number 1. As soon as I hear that pile drive, I just know that Kenny's in trouble. There comes bubble number 1, okay? Kenny holds high ground. This is vital that we hold this high ground, because they don't really have a lot of mobility to actually kick them off. They can shoot them, but it's going to be really hard. And Kenny gets this free angle towards me and the point that's just going to be like unstoppable almost. So it's really important that we hold this, right? So once again, I'm just constantly going to be trying to stay in the line of sight of Kenny right here, and I'm also going to be trying to enable him as much as I can. So as soon as this ball goes out here on this right side, as soon as he goes past that, we have to start running back, right? It would be just more of a waste of time if I started following him. Plus, I need to go to the point and make sure, once again, Kenny's fine. Once again, more team checks. Every time you see me snap towards Kenny, a team check. You need to look at your teammates in order to try to win games. You need to support them. In this example here, now, Kenny edited a video for me a while ago I was explaining how to play against Wrecking Ball. And Kenny doesn't really understand it still, and he likes to just play literally in the open of everything, like the true positional genius that he is. So since he's constantly playing in the open, I have to keep my eye on him like he's like a little kid trying to run away at recess, right? So he gets booped off and I get him, but you know, Kenny just goes right back to high ground because he knows that he is the king of the castle up there, okay? So we end up, I get a lot of charge from that, end up bubbling my teammate because she was about to die, and then once again, Kenny's under trouble, and I'm like, uh-oh. Once again, team check, I need to save Kenny. Kenny gets another bubble from me, okay? We are not letting them get that high ground at all, okay? Is Kenny okay? More team checks, okay? More team checks. And now, super important, since Kenny was able to hold this high ground, look at this setup we have. We have him on high ground, and we have me full charge and like a perfect spot on the point. They just cannot keep up anymore. We were just able to drain every resource they have over time and just get way more value from them just through enabling people with bubbles the entire game. It's really easy if you just bubble your teammates. You just got to support your teammates. All right, so once we head into this last point here, once again, they're still on ball tracer. And as long as they're on ball tracer, you need to be supporting your teammates and trying to make sure they live, especially your supports. It is so valuable to be able to bubble your supports and get them out of danger. Once again, you just saw another example with Kenny, okay? Since I was able to get some charge, we're able to get this kill on Juno here, and that's just going to allow us to sort of set up to start taking the point and win this fight here. I still am really cautious about dropping because the point just unlocked and I still need to help my teammates. Like, I'm still looking to bubble them, and Kenny keeps once again trying to run away like a little toddler, and I need to keep trying to save him with my bubbles. So now that we have Anran on our team, I was just kind of talking about this as an example. So I can start bubbling Anran when she goes in, and it's going to create a big problem for the enemy team. So that bubble got insane value. And once again, I can turn around, and once again, I'm almost at full charge just from bubbling my teammates and letting them do 100% uptime. I don't even need to carry the game. I'm just giving them bubbles, and they're killing everything for me. All right, so we end up winning this. We end up winning this fight, but I just want to showcase how good it is to enable one of your teammates with bubbles. So if we look at the enemy Xion, right? Once Anran dives her, I end up bubbling her, right? And we're able to get a lot of charge here and stop a lot of damage. And if you've ever played against Anran, you know how fast that she kills you. So now Xion's sort of panicking, and once again, I get another bubble. And then look at the spam ping. If you see the spam ping, that means that she's tilted and we won the game because we won the mental game. Anyways, that's all we have for today with Zarya. I hope you guys learned something. Try to not be like Kenny, but also maybe try to be like Kenny if you have a good Zarya on your team. Appreciate you guys for watching. Like and subscribe.